morning, friends and relatives. Mrs.Joanne here. It is raining outside today. I'm sitting on my screen porch and I can hear the rain. Of course, I can see the rain, but I can hear the rain hitting the leaves. It sounds really nice. So, today, our book is going to be Rude Giants. Yesterday's book was about Abby Yo-Yo, and Abby Yo-Yo was a giant, yes. So today's book is another book about giants. Let's look at this picture. I see two giants, and I see them both have something in their hand. I think this one is a cow, and I think this is a lady. That's on the cover of the book, on the front cover. On the back of the book, I see a cow. I see the cow. Now this book says it's by Audrey Wood. Audrey Wood, that's her name. But I don't see anything that says illustrations or pictures. I just see Audrey Wood, Rude Giants. So I'm kind of thinking that she made the pictures too. She not only wrote the story or wrote the words, but she made the pictures too. So let's read the story. Long ago, Beatrix the butter maid and her best friend Gerda the cow lived in a cozy cottage in a happy valley. Every morning after tea, Beatrix served Gerda the freshest yellow hay, and Gerda gave Beatrix the sweetest milk to make into butter and sell at the market. Yes, there they are in their house, and they're having their tea. They're having the tea party. The girl and the cow never had a care in the world until the day two rude giants came over the mountain and moved into the empty castle on the hill. The rude giants were clumsy, loud, and selfish. They trampled the flowers, quarreled until the birds stopped singing, and stole whatever they wanted from whomever they pleased. They would go throughout that village and just take anything they wanted. I don't think that's a nice thing to do, do you? What will those rude giants do next? The villagers wondered. There's all the villagers. They look angry. But life must go on, giants or not. So on market day, as usual, Beatrix the butter maid and Gerda the cow set off for the market to sell their butter. They hadn't traveled far when a great hand reached down and scooped Gerda up into the sky. Yum! The giantess bellowed. Food! Beatrix jumped onto one of the giant's shoes and held on tight. Thump! 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 In 3 giant steps, the giantess returned to the castle and tossed Gerda onto a table before her husband. Quickly, the butter maid climbed up the table leg and pulled herself onto the top. Stop! Beatrix exclaimed. You can't eat the finest cow in all the land. They were going to eat that cow.
Huh?
The rude giant said.
Why not?
There he is. Because, the butter maid answered, you don't know how to make her taste delicious.
Tell us how,
The rude giants shouted. Why, just look at this messy place, Beatrix scolded. Everyone knows a good meal tastes better in a clean castle. Clean? The giants said. What's that? Beatrix the butter maid told the giants what to do. They swept and scrubbed and junked the junk and put everything back in its proper place. See that? Now, I'm kind of thinking maybe Mommy, Daddy, or whoever is with you that's staying with you, they might tell you, hey, when you're done with your toys, can you please put them away? Just like at school, when we play with something and we say, take it out and play with it, but when you're done, please put it back where it came from. Everyone might ask why, but that way we know where everything is, and when we want to play with it again, it's put away, we know where it is, and people aren't stepping on it. The rude giants worked so hard they were hungrier than ever. Cow, they bellowed, reaching for Gerda. We want cow. Moo, Gerda said. Oh, they were going to eat Gerda. Stop, Beatrix exclaimed. How can you think about eating that finest cow in all the land if you don't have manners? Everyone knows a lack of manners ruins a good meal. Manners, the rude giants shouted. Show us manners or we'll squish you flat. They want to squish them flat. Beatrix the Buttermaid told the giants what to do. They learned how to speak in pleasant voices, not too loud. They took tiny bites and sipped, not slurped, their drinks. Boom, boom, boom! The giants' stomachs rumbled like thunder beyond the mountains. We eat that cow now, they shouted, forgetting their manners. The rude giants reached out for Gerda again. Moo, moo, Gerda said. Not yet, Beatrix the Buttermaid explained. If you're going to eat that finest cow in all the land, there's still one more thing you must do to make her taste delicious. Tell us, please, the rude giant said, trying to be polite. Oh, please, tell us. You must make yourselves beautiful, the Buttermaid said. Beautiful, the giants exclaimed. What's that? Give Gerda to me, Beatrix said, and we will show you. There she is. The Buttermaid and the cow worked together. They filled a tub with water and told the giants how to take a bubble bath. They curled and combed the giant's hair in fancy ways. Then they sewed the softest cloth into lovely outfits for the giants. Now, just look at yourselves, the Buttermaid said. How could two beautiful giants like you, who live in a clean castle and have good manners, eat my dear friend Gerda the cow? Look at you! Look at them in the mirror. They're looking at themselves in the mirror. The giants peered into the mirror. They couldn't believe their eyes. Peered. That's a word that maybe you might not know what it means. Peered is another word for looking. You peer, you look with your eyes. Peered. The giantess fluttered her long eyelashes and smiled sweetly. The giant smoothed back his glistening hair and raised one giant eyebrow. Can you do that? I can do too. My dear, he said to his giant wife, you look simply divine. And you, she said to her giant husband, look handsome indeed. Moo, Gerda said in her sweetest voice. The giants looked at the cow. Their giant stomachs growled as they licked their giant lips. Bending down low, they whispered in the Buttermaid's ear. Hungry. We are still hungry. What are we to do? Beatrix knew what to do. She left the castle, hurried to the village, and rang the bells. From far and near, the villagers gathered around. That evening, as the sun behind the mountains, the Buttermaid led the villagers up the path to the giant's castle. There they all are. They're going up the hill, and there's the castle. And I see the sun setting. The sun is going down. The other day we talked about dawn being when the sun comes up, and dusk when the sun goes down. That's another word for it. So that's what's happening here. Isn't it something that a lot of books that we read, they're different stories, but some of them have the same words in them and the same meanings, but different pictures. Everyone brought something from home. With a pot of this and a jug of that, there was plenty for all. From now on, the giant proclaimed, we'll have a party every week, and all our friends are invited. The giantess agreed. Look at that party. Wow. They got everything going on. I see all kinds of food. Oh, it goes back. Now the giants were very happy. In time they had a giant baby, but much to their surprise, the child soon grew to be ruder than they had ever been. Of course, they knew what to do. The giants sent their rude child to the finest teachers in all the land. They sent that child to a teacher. No, 2 teachers. Beatrix the butter maid and Gerda the cow. And Beatrix and Gerda taught them how to have good manners. So they wanted them to teach their child how to have good manners and to be kind to people. And look at back here, when they had this wonderful party, do you think the giants were being mean here, or were they being kind to everybody? They were being kind. And everybody was being kind to the giants too. They were sharing all their food. They did, they shared all their food. So, this is our book today, The Rude Giants. Now I can hear it is raining much harder than when I started reading the book. I can hear that now, and I can see it, of course. It's making puddles down below on the deck. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow, and I love you all. Bye.